Yeah? What do you think?
Warm-ups. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Sash.
And I'm Saya.
Nice to see you guys again. So today, for our second ever vlog, we are going to be talking about Cabo San Lucas, our honeymoon in Cabo. The first thing we're going to talk about are the best things, and the first of the best things are Margs. You can't go to Mexico and not have a margarita. So when we were in Mexico, I think I got a margarita at every restaurant we went to, just to find the best one. Also, fun fact, I had never had a margarita before we went to Mexico, which is crazy. Anyway, so when we were in Mexico, tried several margaritas. The best one that we had would be at La FRITA.
La FRITA.
So on our last day in Cabo, we took a bus from our resort to Pueblo Bonito at Sunset Beach, and there they had a restaurant called La FRITA. It was one amazing resort that we were just like, why did we not come here earlier? This place is amazing. And two, the La FRITA, we had a great experience at that restaurant, but the best part was the margaritas. They used this tequila that was really expensive, but it was amazing. I know what the bottle looked like.
And also at that resort, we went up to the sunset pool, and it was like just a beautiful location that you should go to.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. But go to La FRITA, just say like, what's your most popular margarita? And trust us guys, it is the best.
And the runner-up for the best margarita is at Sur, the restaurant. And it's right on the main beach in San Lucas. So you can't really miss it if you walk along the beach. You're gonna see Sur. It's like a beach house.
Little beach club.
And they have some pretty good margaritas as well. They have great drinks in general, and they usually have live music.
But the best part about it was the environment. You're right on the beach. There's live music, like there's a fire going, like a little fire pit in the sand. And we're on our way back to the resort. We're walking on the ocean, and it is just a cool place. It is a cool beach house. I would definitely recommend that. But yeah, their margaritas were really good, not blended, because I strongly believe a margarita should never be blended. Ever. Margaritas should always be served on the rocks. They're so much better that way. And so both of these margaritas were not blended. The best one we had was shaken, and then the second one at Sur we had was on the rocks, and it was fantastic.
The second thing on our list for the best things in Cabo San Lucas, you cannot go to Mexico and not get tacos. So we ventured around and we looked for the best tacos that we could find in San Lucas, and the winner for best tacos, it goes to
Tacos Gardenias.
Taco Gardenias has a great environment where there's a lot of airflow, and they have good tacos. So I would definitely recommend going there.
And the staff was super friendly.
Oh yeah, tried all of their tacos for the most part. I mean, I don't think we got like the weird ones. I think they have.
Yeah,
like,
we just got the standard like fish taco, beef taco.
Fish taco, chicken, also shrimp, and then there were the fried shrimp tacos.
Oh,
those were really good.
Yeah, and they bring it out. They have all the fixings that you could ever want for your tacos. It was a really great.
great
taco
experience.
place. Yeah, great experience. For our third category of the best things is gonna be the best dining experience that we had in Cabo. We love food. So number one goes to
El Restaurante.
Yeah, guys.
And I'm horrible at Spanish, so forgive me. El Restaurante. El Restaurante was the first restaurant we went to while we were in Cabo.
Yeah.
It was the first night that we were there. And when we got to Cabo, we were like, let's just go all out. Let's go somewhere pretty nice. You know, we're on our honeymoon.
Guys, we had no idea.
We had a rental car, which was perfect. I would definitely recommend having a rental car if you're in San Lucas, at least for a couple days, so that you can experience a couple different things beyond your resort. We drove down to El Restaurante, which is a resort. It's between Cabo San Lucas and Cabo San Jose.
We'll put up a map. There you go.
Anyhow, so El Restaurante was awesome. When we drove up, we drove into the driveway area, and it was like walls and flames of fire, and it was dark out, and it just looked spectacular. And we pull up, they valet park our car, which most places have valet parking, but then he leads us down to the restaurant in the resort, and this resort is just spectacular. Like, I would describe it like glass, using water, and like there's a path we walked over with water running through the path, and you're stepping on the stepping stone.
You hear the roar of the ocean coming in.
And it was so peaceful, and we're at the restaurant, and we ordered guacamole, and they bring out a server, and she's like, how would you like your guacamole prepared? And so she prepared our guacamole on the table for us. It was just amazing. Live music,
so cool.
Like Spanish guitar and everything. It was pretty romantic.
There, at the end, they gave us complimentary like Mexican dried fruit, and it was candied fruit, right? That was the best dining experience I've ever had.
It was one of the best steaks I've ever had. It was just perfectly cooked.
It was.
So,
I just remembered, like, my taste buds went, they like remembered the taste of the food and got excited.
Like June.
All right, so runner up. For the best restaurants would be La Frita. We kind of already talked about that. Is it La Frita? La Frita?
La Frita.
Guys, we do not know how to pronounce this. We're really sorry for offending anybody. But if you're offended by that, come on. Okay, anyway, so we've kind of already talked about La Frita, why it's such a good restaurant. We sat on the patio at sunset. We're overlooking the ocean.
It's one of the best views in Cabo is at this resort. So you're sitting like cliffside overlooking the ocean 100 feet down.
Yeah, so one of the things I really loved about this restaurant that made it a runner-up, it barely like was a runner-up. It was close call. They brought out complimentary like palate cleansers. So between like your appetizer and your main course, they brought out palate cleansers, and it was so good.
Like different foods to like cleanse your palate.
Yeah, so one was like an apple sherbet. So that's our runner up for the best in Cabo. Third place would go to
Sur. We liked Sur. If you have like a limited budget, which we did near the end of our week because we spent it all at the beginning.
Yeah, we're like, whoa, wait a minute.
So when we're trying to have a nice experience but not spend a ton of money, Sur is a great restaurant for that.
Yeah.
And it's a great environment. Like we talked about it before, it's right on the beach. They oftentimes have live music, they have good drinks, they have good food.
Great dessert out Sur. I saw this dessert and it was like pomegranate, caramel, chocolate, ice cream. I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. And in a chocolate shell is what it was. I was like, man, that sounds so good. Gourmet, beautiful. You know, he goes and gets the ice cream, he brings it back. It's an ice cream bar on a plate.
It was good.
We were like,
it was good.
What? It was really good. And it did say ice cream bar on the menu. I just saw ice cream.
So if you're on a romantic walk on the beach and you're walking along the beach and you see Surrey, you can just stop in, get some food, or just get a drink. We went there for drinks one night.
Yeah.
And then continue on your way, keep walking and look at the sea turtles. But it's cool. We saw many sea turtles along Cabo. So number 4 on our list for best dining experiences, which now that we're talking about it should probably be up there, tied with number 3. At the Cape, you have a coffee house called the Glass Box, which sits directly above the Ledge, which is a restaurant. And they're both decently priced places.
This restaurant had the best French toast we've ever had in our lives. So it's brioche bread, thick brioche bread. They don't do egg or anything like that. They soak it in coconut cream. Coconut cream and what else? Vanilla?
I don't know. We've been trying to think of how to recreate it at home.
Oh man.
We're gonna try.
Guys, it was so good. Like, we went back the second morning and we're like, we have to go. We have to have this French toast again. It's amazing. And speaking of the Thompson Hotel, the Cape, that leads us to our number 4 best thing in Cabo. This hotel, like we said, it had the Glass Box, it had the Ledge, it also had a restaurant that we didn't get to try that you can go to for dinner.
The Thompson Hotel had the best coffee, and they have its local coffee, Mexican coffee, roasted from 4 different roasters in different areas. But it was the best coffee, Arabica coffee. So like the coffee itself was the best at the Thompson Resort in the Glass Box. And it was the best experience we had as well.
It was the best experience.
Like the barista there, he was so nice.
So nice. He was like, this place is your place, like make yourselves at home. He really made that experience amazing for us.
So number 5 for the best things to experience in Cabo are the activities that we've experienced.
There are a lot of activities in Cabo, guys. People are gonna be trying to sell you everything under the sun.
You ready?
Everyone and their mother has a glass bottom boat. Glass bottom boat, it's like a little tiny rectangle you can look into.
And it's foggy. Number 1 for great activities to do in Cabo, obviously snorkeling.
Snorkeling! Guys, we had so much fun snorkeling.
So for our first snorkeling experience, we went with Cabo Adventures.
Yeah.
So it was a snorkel and sailing cruise, and it was awesome. So the good thing about the snorkeling cruises is they take you out to a great place where there's a lot of fish that you can see.
Yeah.
The problem is it's a roped off area for your safety, but then they also give you life vests, so you can't really dive under the water. You have to just sit on the top of the water and do your best to see as many fish as you can from the surface. I want to take this stupid floaty off.
The thing about Cabo Sailing Adventures is that it wasn't just snorkeling. They take you out, you know, they give you the lowdown of snorkeling and everything like that. But then after that, they take you on a tour to Lover's Beach. You get to see the arch, like Seal Rock or whatever it's called with all the seals. And then it's open bar and they provide you lunch with snacks. So we got a sandwich and we got chips and guac and salsa and all the Coronas that we could ever dream of.
It was awesome. And they provided all the equipment. So you didn't have to worry about anything. You didn't have to worry about food or drink or equipment or anything like that. So in that sense, it was a great experience for us. They were a lot of fun. So the second thing that is a great activity to do in Cabo, and you can get, there's varying prices on this, and if you're in a lower touristy season, you can get better deals on all of these activities.
And it was like monsoon season, so it was supposed to rain every day.
But then it didn't. It
didn't rain. Yeah, it only rained one day.
If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
Yeah, so the second thing that is a great activity to do in Cabo is parasailing. And parasailing, if you've never done it, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
We brought our GoPro, and it was really hot, so it started fogging up a little bit. And I couldn't. So parasailing in Cabo is awesome because you get a great aerial view of the city and all the landmarks, and you can see over into the Pacific Ocean, and it was a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
So we got a pretty good deal.
So also the people were really easy to work with. If you're gonna sail with, or you're gonna parasail with anybody in Cabo, we would definitely suggest you choose Happy Flights Cabo.
Yeah, and the great thing about them taking photos, they're not the best photos in the world, but at least they're photos and they were free.
Right, they were included in the price of your package. And that's the biggest thing you'll find in Cabo is with a lot of these experiences, they're taking all these photos for you, like on our snorkeling and sailing adventure.
Yeah.
They're taking all these photos, it's such a great thing, like so many memories, and then you get off the boat and they're like, okay, so here's your photo package if you want to purchase these photos. And then another thing is on some of the adventures that you'll book in Cabo, they'll take away your phones and they won't let you take photos.
Number 3 was swimming at the Sky Bar pool at Pueblo Bonito at Sunset Beach.
Oh man, this pool was like
It's amazing.
amazing.
It's the most beautiful place, and it's called Sunset Beach for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like incredible. I can't believe we waited till the last day to go here. So that leads us to our second topic, which are things that are not worth it in Cabo.
Yeah, we've kind of touched on this first one a little bit. We took a glass bottom boat tour our second night in Cabo. And you know, we got a really great deal, $12 for the two of us. We had the whole boat to ourselves because we were there in the off season. However, guys, normally it is, I think, $25. The glass bottom of the boat is like kind of like plastic, really small. If you're in with a lot of people, it's probably gonna be really hard to see in there, and it's just gunky. There were a few good things. We did get to go on the tour of the beaches and stuff like that. If you're gonna pay full price for the glass bottom boat tour, it's just not worth it.
Unless you just want to get out and see the arch and you want to see Lover's Beach and everything like that.
Yeah.
For us, I feel like it was probably worth it. It was just a spontaneous adventure that we went on as we were walking at night. And then we actually saw some cool stuff, like we saw jumping stingrays.
Yeah, we saw sea turtles.
Yeah, so it just depends. You just have to don't get ripped off.
So the second thing that's just not worth it, it's something I really wanted to do when we went to Cabo. I told all our friends, we're gonna do this, I'm so excited, was camelback riding. I was so excited to do this, and then we found out from researching and people there that it is not worth it. They take away your phones, it is hot, and smelly,
sticky, flies.
The worst part of it all, they take away your phones, you can't take any photos, you can't do anything like that. You're paying for an hour, but you're only on the camels for about 15 minutes. It is not worth it. And it was expensive. $100 a person is what it was.
So we decided not to do camelback riding and decided to spend our money on things elsewhere.
Yeah,
and experience
food.
things. Yeah. Another thing that is not worth it in Cabo from our perspective, when we travel somewhere, we want to experience the culture of it. We don't necessarily want to experience the tourism side of it.
Right.
And so for us, and this might not be the case for you, but for us, we don't think it's worth it to do an all-inclusive resort.
That's right.
Because it encourages you to stay at the resort and to not experience things that are actually Mexico.
Right, so for example, at our resort, we were not all-inclusive, and I'm glad we weren't all-inclusive, because the one night that we did go to our restaurant at our resort, guys, it was not good. It was like
expensive.
It was expensive, and we shared a meal and paid probably like $65 because we shared a meal, okay? And it was like Golden Corral, $65, are you kidding me? Also, another thing is our drinks that we got at the resort, they weren't good. They were all-inclusive drinks, and so that meant that they just
cheap out.
They were really cheap. But hey, we get it. Not everyone is like us. Some people are all-inclusive types of travelers. And so if you're that kind of person, you're an all-inclusive person, Pueblo Bonito at Sunset Beach is an all-inclusive resort that you can stay at. Their drinks are amazing, their food is amazing, their views are amazing. That might be worth it if you're an all-inclusive person. And again, the Cape, the Thompson Hotel, that might be worth it if you're an all-inclusive person, because these two hotels, these two resorts were actually really amazing. Their food was great, their drinks were great, and their views were great as well.
But it will be expensive.
It will be expensive. All right, guys, for our third thing, that's 6. Third thing, how to be a tourist without being a tourist.
We had rented a car, which it's a great deal as long as you don't rent it for like an entire week. So we had our car for the first 2 days we were in Cabo, and that was awesome for us. So the first restaurant we went to on that first night, we had a recommendation from the waitress there. She said, go to Playa Balandra. We traveled 3 hours to Playa Balandra, which is across the peninsula, and we had a great day there. It's not like a touristy place.
It's not, so we felt really like relaxed.
That was the best part about going to Playa Balandra, is because it was not like that at all. So Playa Balandra is one of those well-known beaches in the area that all the locals know about. Whenever we would mention it to the locals, they'd be like, oh, you went, that's amazing. And it was really cool because it's more of like a bay type of a thing, and it's shallow water, so you can literally you can walk so far out. But what we did is we rented a kayak, $15 for an hour for the two of us to go out and just explore. And that was a lot of fun. We got to see some cool stuff and adventure, and it was a good workout as well.
It was.
For me.
Yeah, I kept like steering us like sideways.
But it was fun. Okay, so driving across Mexico is not for the faint of heart.
Right.
The whole time in our heads we're thinking, I hope we don't get a flat tire.
Yeah.
I hope we don't run out of gas. So we're like being cautious about where we're stopping to get gas.
Oh, and when we stop to get gas.
Yeah. But if you're experienced in traveling in foreign countries and you're confident in your ability to get places without knowing the language fully, then it was a lot of fun for us, and we enjoyed it a lot. In the city we got tattoos.
We got tattoos.
Ask around, and we knew we wanted to get something to remember our honeymoon by, so we got these matching tattoos. You can see it. We got these triangles that kind of mark our honeymoon and our marriage in general. And we also got, since we didn't want to just pay for the
tiny tattoos.
Tiny tattoos, we got 4 tattoos. So 4 tattoos for $100. That's a great
You
deal.
can't beat that, guys.
Just make sure they're taking their needles and stuff out of fresh plastic.
Yeah.
And you're good.
You're fine. Yeah, we were sanitized, we were clean, it was cheap, but the guy doing our tattoo, however, spoke 0 English. And so we're trying to describe like, oh, we want this, and he's like, what? And we're like, help, you know, and the translator had to come and he's talking to us.
Kind of the fun of it, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys, so that's our review of Cabo. We loved Cabo. It was such an amazing experience. You can subscribe. We're gonna make more of these videos just sharing our adventure, our experiences, what to do in different cities, and we're super excited to share this with you. So subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. So the waiter just asked if we were brother and sister. And we said, no, we're married. And he goes, really? Really? Where are we going? But where is the